So many people respond to conflict poorly that it creates destructive behaviors. The conflict competent leader needs to understand these behaviors and choose to deal with them appropriately. Leaders are able to stay in the conflict competent zone, have the best opportunities for positive resolution to many disputes and disagreements. Conflict destructive behaviors are present as passive or active. Can you identify what they are as we go through these clips? Bob set off to start a new day at work. He enters the office with smiles and greetings and is ready to start the day. He enters his cubicle and is soon followed by Michelle. Oh, hi Michelle. How you doing?
Well, I suppose I'm doing fine.
Okay.
I need to talk to you about the report that's due this Friday.
Uh-huh.
The numbers have not been accurate. It's very frustrating having to revamp those numbers all the time.
Well, I get you the numbers as soon as I get them. And I really don't have any control over the numbers that are delivered to me.
Well, it's not that I'm trying to complain at you, Bob. It's just frustrating having to revamp those numbers and do those reports over and over again.
Well, I understand your frustration, but it's out of my hands when it's coming from, up on high.
I know. It's just I hope that it won't get any worse than it already is. So we'll talk later.
Okay. So we're okay, right?
I suppose. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, hi, Michelle. How are you?
Oh, I suppose I'm doing okay. I just had a really frustrating conversation. I'm not even sure what the full scoop is.
Little did Michelle know, Bob was listening in the next cubicle and overheard her comment. Sometimes, even when asked, we deny or hide our emotions. When Michelle said, "Sure, we're fine, no worries," Bob took her at her word. Michelle, not wanting to prolong the conversation, simply do what many of us do, not admit our true feelings of frustration. Because of what Bob overheard, he now believes Michelle had been dishonest and was not open, and she was talking behind his back. Michelle could have been honest and just said honestly, "I'm not comfortable with all the constant changes." Honest expression of emotion would have demonstrated openness and build trust with Bob. Bob had something on his mind he needed to talk to Laura about. He strolls into Laura's office to have a conversation. Hi, Laura. How you doing?
Oh, hey, Bob. How are you?
Oh, okay. I wanted to talk to you about my parking space. I mean, I know I said that you can borrow it for, because you were sick, but I mean, it's been 3 weeks and I need my parking space back.
Gosh, I really, really do appreciate you letting me park there. I do. It's just that, it's taking me a little longer to get over this flu than I expected.
Laura, who stays sick with the flu for 3 weeks? I need my parking space back.
Look, how about whoever gets there first in the morning gets the spot.
Oh, how about you give me my parking space back?
Okay, or, I could take you to lunch, and then I could get it for the rest of the month.
How about you give me my parking space back?
All right, look, I'll consider it, but if I get there earlier than you do, I may just forget and park there anyway.
A winning at all cost scenario creates a win-lose outcome. Most people don't enjoy losing. Although Laura was aware of Bob's frustration, she just wants to have her way. For Bob, this creates or adds to a strained working relationship. Bob is not willing to trust Laura in the future or willing to reach out and find ways to create cohesive working relationship. Winning at all cost increases the likelihood of more conflict in the future. Bob grabs a report off his desk and heads to the conference room. Laura and Johnny join him there for a quick meeting.
Well, it's good to see you both. Let's get started on our monthly report. Is there anything anybody wants to share before we get started?
No, it's good. It's fine.
Okay. All right, the sales numbers are looking fairly stable except for the southern region. Now, Laura, you've been working with them in the southern region. Do you have anything to report as to why they were down this month?
This is so stupid. They're not performing like they should be. I don't know what you want me to say.
Were you able to communicate the numbers for last month?
Yeah, I did. I called them and they haven't called me back. I don't have any control over that.
Well,
You know what, Bob? Why don't you just email them?
Wisecracks, negative vibes from facial expressions, hand gestures, posture, obnoxious noises, throat clearing, misplaced giggling are all signs of demeaning another person. When these types of gestures or comments are made, it inflames the situation, moving well outside the conflict competence zone, and could be the cause of conflict where none existed before. When one party feels unfairly criticized, ridiculed, or singled out, the impact is almost always negative. The demeaning may not be intentional, but it falls in the eye of the beholder. Nonverbal demeaning actions sometimes speak louder than demeaning words. They strike with painful precision, and their effectiveness can linger for months or years if left unattended and unresolved. Bob has had a long day at work. As he walks down the hall to his desk, he sees Laura coming. Rather than deal with her, he ducks into Michelle's cubicle and starts small talk.
hey Michelle, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, Bob?
Oh, nothing. Actually, I saw Laura coming up the hallway, and I just ducked in here. I mean, I just didn't want to deal with it. It's been a long day, and I just didn't want to start anything with her.
The root of much avoidance is fear. Fear of reprisal, fear of making the situation worse, fear of becoming emotional, fear of losing one's temper, fear of acceptance, and fear of being wrong. Conflict competent leaders learn that avoidance itself has many negative consequences. Overcoming learned avoidance behavior is critical for improving your ability to deal with conflict.